Hi everyone, welcome to 123 Simply Craft. I'm Mary Lou, Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. I post a video every Friday, so if you like my videos, please subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. For today's tutorial, I thought I'll make a little set of cards, a 3x3. Christmas is approaching. I can't believe it's already half a year gone. So I thought maybe it's nice to start doing a few little gifts for our friends and relatives. So I'll be making a little pizza box, and inside we're gonna put 4 little cards that we give to our friends, and then they can attach to their presents. So there's the envelope and the card. So I'll show you how I did this. I already done 3 cards, of course. So we'll be doing one together, and then I will show you how to make the box. So to begin, what you need is we need 4, and I'm using what's it called, evening evergreen cardstock. So we'll use 4 of those. There are 6x3, so 4 of those. We need 4 envelopes. We need some evening evergreen, some cardstock, so we can do some of the stamping for our sentiments. We need white cardstock for the front of the card, and we need 4 times 2.5x3. We also need for inside our card some, you can use copy paper or any white, good quality, just copy paper for the inside for our sentiment. And that would be a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we need 4 of those because we're making 4 cards. Then we need some gold strips to decorate the front of our card, and you need 3 inches by 1/2 inch, and you need 8 of those because we'll be using 2 per card. So we need 8 of those. And for the box, we need 1/2 inch by 3.5 to decorate this box. And then I'll give you the measurements for the box later, so it'll be easier, I think. Okay, so let's start with our box, with a little card, So first thing we do is we get a 6x3, we cut it a 3, and we fold it and burnish to make sure it's nice and straight. So that is the base of our card. Then we need this piece. There are 2 3, no, sorry. We need this piece that is 2.5x3. That piece, and that is gonna go like that. But I'm gonna emboss it because I think it looks really pretty, and I'll be using the Fern 3D embossing folder. So I'm gonna open that, put that in, and when you make, you do, of course, you emboss for them. But I'm not gonna make 4 cards because otherwise we'll be here forever. So I'm just gonna make one with you guys. So I'm gonna go and do that, and I'll come back. Okay, I have embossed that piece. I think it looks beautiful. All right, so let's put this away. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my brush, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the soft succulent, and I'm just gonna add a little bit on the base of the card, just to give just a tiny little bit of color, not too much, just a little bit. So that's enough, and you do that to all of those. So that's just it, just a tiniest little bit. And then we're gonna add the little bit of gold. So I'm gonna get a little bit of type, and I put type on the back of this, just like that. Get my trimmer, just like this. I think I'm running out of type. Okay, and we burnish our type like so. We remove the backing, and we attach it to our gold, and I leave about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then we attach that to the base of the card. Making sure that the green is on the bottom. Okay, so that part is done. And then I'll open it. And if there's any, see, there's a little bit of white, then we'll get the scissors and we trim that to make sure that it's nice and even. Nice. Okay, so that's done. Okay, now we're going to get now, and let me show you what I'm using. I'm using this bundle. It's called Decorated with Happiness, and I'm using also the dies. So I'm using the stamp, this, and also I'm cutting some of the dies from here. And I already have cut them just to save on time, because otherwise it takes too long. And what are the ones that I have cut is I cut the circle, one that looks like a circle, and I have cut this one. And for the box, I cut the bell. Okay, also let me get all the pieces. So one of those, then I have cut with the die the leaves, which I haven't trimmed them properly. So we get rid of all those little bits, we don't want them. I should have cleaned them. Sorry about that, guys. I should have done this before. I done this to save on time, and then I forget to take this out. That was clever, Marilo. But anyway, I bet that you guys do that as well. Okay, so we got one of those, and I have cut one of the little ones as well. Let me get rid of that because it's too, you can't see properly otherwise. So I have cut one of the larger leaves, a small leaf, one of those, and I've made myself a little bow, and I use the trim, the gold, the Simply Elegant trim. So I made a little bow. Okay, so they're the pieces that we need now. Before I continue on with the stamping, what I've done, let me get my trolley, sorry about the noise. Okay, so what I'll do is for this leaf, I'll show you the finished card. Can you see how it's got like a little bit of white? It's not like, see the difference? This is very solid. This one looks a bit softer. So for that, to achieve that look, I'll be using the pigment ink, the white, and a Dover. And then what I'll do is, with my Dover, just put a bit of the craft white, and I just go like this, and I just put it on, and a little bit on this one, and that's it. And I just leave it. Because it takes a while to dry, I thought I'll do it now, and by the time we do all the other steps, this will be dry for us to be able to use it again. So I don't put it on everywhere. I leave some parts green, and this will get very dull. It won't be as bright as you can see it now. As it dries, it becomes softer. So we're just gonna put this aside here because it's wet, let it dry. And while we're doing that, we're gonna do the stamping, the greeting. All right, let me get my sentiment, and we're gonna do some, let me get rid of all that. We're gonna do some stamping. And it says Christmas greeting. I will, down below the video, I will make sure that I write everything products that I have used. So if you want to replicate this, you know exactly what I have used. So let's stamp Christmas greeting. make sure that when you're using a photopolymer stamp set, you make sure that you need to tap it quite a little bit of time to make sure that there's no bubbles on your stamp, and then you can get a very nice and clear image. So we just stamp it here. And of course, when you're doing this, you stamp 4 then, because you need 4, because we're making 4 cards. But I'm just doing 1 because I already done some before hand. So we're gonna use the white powder, just like that. And then I go and emboss. I hit embossed, and when it's done, I'll show you. Okay, I have hit embossed. So now I got my gridding, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it a little bit. I'm gonna trim it because I don't want it to be this large, and I don't want those lines on the side. So we're gonna fussy cut it. Super easy. Just again, remember, for some of you girls that are new at crafting, when you're fussy cutting, you don't move the scissors, you move the paper. Turn the paper around, not the scissors. Okay, so you can see it's super quick to do. So that is that, and I'm gonna put 2 dimensionals on the back. These are very big dimensions, so I'm gonna cut them in half, and I put half on one side and on the other side. The reason that I only put it in there and not in the middle is because this is gonna be in the middle of the bow, and we don't want to create more bulk. Okay, so all right, so we got that, and we got our embellishment, and we got all our little bits and pieces. Now let's grab that. Now that should be dry now. See how it's a bit more softer? As it dries, it becomes soft. So I'm gonna attach, the next in my step is we're gonna attach this piece to here. So we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on the top here, not everywhere, but on some areas. And we attach this on the top like that. And then we get this little tiny one. And again, we attach it here, like that. Then we get the nice, beautiful gold. And I'm only going to do it like around the circle here and here, and I'm only gonna glue half of this, not the whole lot, just half. And I'm gonna make sure that it's just a little bit under that leaf. Like that. We just hold for 1 second. Hold on, it's a bit crooked. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay, just like that. So then this is up. Then for the greeting and the bow, I'm gonna attach the bow there. So I get a glue dot. Let's get a small glue dot here. We get a glue dot, and we attach the glue dot here, and we add our bow, just like that. And we take, whoop, wait a second. Where's my where's my little, for my glue is gonna stick. Let me find it. Okay, I found it. I don't want this, my glue to not work. Okay, so we attach the bow, then we get our sentiment, and we attach our sentiment, making sure that that is in the middle of our bow. Okay, so that is our card. And now, if you notice, this one opens this way, and this one opens this way. I show you this way so you can see that the same size, but you can make that card face either way you like, okay? Because it's a 3x3, so it doesn't really matter. And then that's for the inside of the card. For the inside of the card, I use the Evening Evergreen, and I just stamp the inside. No, actually, I didn't use the Evening Evergreen. I used the Soft Succulent because I didn't want it to be like too dark. And we just stamp it like that. Just nice and soft, because you gotta write on it. So if it's too dark, you won't be able then to see the writing. So then this one, we just add a little bit of type. Let's get some type. Just a little bit. It has to be a lot of type. And we attach it to the card on the inside. Okay. So that is the card. So you do that 4 times. All right. And then we'll do the envelope. To stamp the envelope is now is when I'm going to use the evergreen. So we just tap, 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 tap. Until you can see it that is well coated. Okay. And then we get the other leaf. Let me show you. I have used this and now I'm using that. So we don't need to color in or anything. And for that I use the soft succulent because it's a nice and soft green. And I have used it on the card. And I'm gonna stamp on top. Just like that. Beautiful. All right. And now to finish decorate the envelope, I have also used, should have got my dies, but I put them away. So I'm just using, I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you. See these 3 little, see how it's got stars and everything? All right. So I die cut 3 little stars. And I'm going to glue some stars into my envelope. Anywhere on the envelope. I think that just gives it a nice decoration. So there, and there. Okay, let me tidy this up a little bit so you can see better. All right, so there's my envelopes. 4 envelopes, 4 cards, which you can open this way or you can open that way. So 4 cards. I hope you like them. I think they're super cute. And then for the box, I'm going to make the box in a minute. But for the box, I have used, again, same thing that I have made here. You can see that it's exactly the same. The only difference is that it's bigger. Because the box is bigger. But I done the exact same thing. But on the box, I didn't add the greeting. I just add the ribbon, which I use the gold, and instead of the greeting, I add ribbon, and I put the bell. So I thought that that would be nice for the box. So let me show you how to make this box, and they fit quite nice. Let's put them inside so you can see. It's a pizza box, and it's very neat. So we'll put all the envelopes inside. 1, 2, 3. You can put 6 if you want, but I thought 4 is enough for a gift for a friend. And they fit nicely because it's dimensional. So there's our 4 little boxes. So what a nice little gift to give to a friend, don't you think? All right, so now let me show you how to do the box. To do the box, you need, I'm gonna do it in white because it's easier for you to see. And I already made another set. And I'm gonna show you the cards that I made, but I haven't done the box. So I thought I'll show you to make the box in white. But of course, same thing. It's just that it's a different color. So the pizza box is 5.5 by 10 3/4. So let's get, so 5.5 by 10 3/4. And we're gonna score on the long side at 1 inch, 4.5, 5.5, 9, and 10. Okay, so 1, 4.5, 5.5, 9, and 10. And then on the short side is 1 inch, you turn, and 1 inch. So it's 1 inch on both sides. And that's all the scoring for that box. It's very simple box to make. Super easy. Okay, so now we grab our scissors. And we have only one score line here, and we have double there. So we start with the one there's only one, and we cut here, and we do notches, and same on this side. Okay, and in here I'm gonna give a little circle. It could be 3/4, it could be, it doesn't matter. And on here we're gonna make a little like half. Just the reason why is you get a little thing, so then you can hold on with your finger. It's easier for you to open the box if you have that. Okay, now on the side again we cut here and here, and we do some notches again. Same on the other side. That. And then we go to this side, and we got one score and second score. We cut all the way to the second score line on both sides. And we cut this smaller flap off, cut the other flap off. We do the notches on both sides. And then we're gonna make these little flaps shorter. It will make our box much better. Let me cut this a bit better because I didn't do a good job here. Yeah, and this one. I didn't cut straight. Okay, so let's remove all this. Okay, now we get our score bone folder, and we're gonna fold on all our score lines. Every one of them. Like that. It's a very simple little box, and it looks really cute when they're done. Okay, there. And they're very simple, easy to do, and they make lovely little gifts. I got another sample to show you when I finish. I use another design. Okay, so this is the lid. So for the lid, we're just gonna put a little bit of tape. You can use glue, but I'd rather use the tape. So let me get a tape, and then I'll come back. Okay, I got the tape back, and while I was when get the tape, I already add the tape on all the other little flaps, but I left one so I can show you. So to add the tape, you need to add it here next to the score line and a little bit at the front. Okay, like that. So next to the score line here. So I done all of them the same way. And on the smaller flap, here we have two. We have one and this one here. On this one, you add it on the reverse side over here. And you'll see why in a minute. So the type is all done. So to put the box together now, let's burnish all our type, because that's very important to do. It would adhere to your box better, and it'll be easier for you to take the backing off. Okay, so I start with the lid. So I'll remove the backing on both little flaps. Oop. And you add this to here, like that. Actually, sorry about that, girls. I don't take all of them. I just glue one only. Let me put this back because I don't want to get sticky. Put that back. Okay, so I just glue the one. Now, this is the bottom of your box. For the bottom of your box, we attach this part here. Let's remove this and remove that. These are the middle ones, okay? The middle ones will remove the type from the middle flaps here. Like that. And we attach it to this section. So this little line is going to be even to here. Oh, I forgot to do this. You have to burnish. Forgot to burnish the middle. Okay, so where were we? Here. Okay, so now we're going to attach that to that. Just like that. Making sure that is nice and even. Can you see that? All right. And you do the same thing on this side. This is going to be evened to the box. There. Can you see? Nice corners. Okay. Remember, that's the lid. And this is the bottom. And you know there's the bottom because there's the one that you got the double flap. Here and here. That's how you know this is the bottom. Okay. The top only got one. The bottom is got two. Okay. So now we're going to remove the type from the smaller flaps, the one that we cut, remember? So we take them off. And again, we attach it just like we did here, making sure that that edge is level to this edge. Like that. And the same on this side. Like that. So now you got that. Then, this is the reason why you need to put the type inside. Remember? Let me fold it so you can see it. See? The type is here. So I remove that type. And now I fold this entire flap inside like that. I burnish. And that makes this box very steady. Especially this section here, which is the bottom. Okay? So then you close the lid. And now you can see the reason why I don't attach this to the lid. I always leave one open because to make sure that it closes nicely. So I go like this and then I'll remove my type. Remove this type. Then I close the box and then I'll go like this. I put it in because I want to make sure that this lid fits nicely. And sometimes, you know, if you don't do it like this, sometimes it becomes too short. So this way you always end up with a beautiful lid that opens and closes, see? Because of the way that we did it. Okay? Now, can you see this flap? How they're flipping out? I really don't like that. So what I do, after I finish building my box, I get my scissors and I make an angle cut. You can go, there's no measurements, you just cut as much as you like. And you do that on both sides. Now when you close the lid, you don't have this flipping out. It just looks a nicer finish. And by having that thumbnail there, see, you put your finger there and it's easy for you to open the box. Okay, so that is the box. build. Super easy and simple, but very nice. That's the one that I done before. Now, I show you the other sample, and I'm gonna do the cover for the little ones that I did. And for this one, I have used, let me get the book. I use this stamp set, Penguin Plies, and it's a beautiful little stamp set and very cute. So I made a card using that, okay? And also I use paper from Halloween, which is black and white design, and it's got all these beautiful different. It's gray and black, but it's got all white stripes and dots, and I think it's so pretty. And I like the idea of the black and white because we can color it diamonds, so it's nice for men. So it's not just for Halloween, you can use it for any occasion. And just to show you, I actually use this for a Christmas. So I made a set of Christmas using this, and look how cute they are. So these are the envelopes. So I think they are super, super cute. So there's the envelopes. So the envelope goes inside the box. And then these are the cards that I created. I will put all the photos and everything that I have used. So there's one, and you can see that I use the dot, and this is the reverse, and the reverse is a smaller dot. So I just add color to it. So I made a Christmas card. And then that goes inside the, let's put it inside the box. And then I did another one with the stars. So I done two, one, and I used two colors too on the background. I used the parakeet party, and I used the soul saffron for the backing. So there I done two yellow and two with the parakeet party. I think they are nice and super cute. And then for the cover, I done it earlier to save on time. I used a different penguin, season's greeting. I stamp, and I use the gray and black for that. And then this is the reverse of that. And then this one, I'm gonna just attach it there. So let's do that. And I use the washi type for the little trimming on there. And then we attach this to the box. Okay. And there you have nice little gift for Christmas using different colors, not always just the traditional, the green and red, but just something a little bit different. So I hope you enjoy this and start preparing for Christmas for little gifts. So I put all my details on the blog down below. All right, so till the next Friday,